Stream element spot running emoji robot face.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge any. We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. For the first time with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
At the 32-yard line.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
36-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, right at the 30. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man here, T.J. Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. On first down, Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll run with Montgomery, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3 and out. on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For Allen Robinson.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 6-0 our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make our score 9-0. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space As you said, for the curl in.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Houston.
Down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Goldman on the stop.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle. A huge man. Hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Pickup on the play.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run it with Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Duke Johnson.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lock in. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. Johnson odds poke 3. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Bears 23, Texans nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got 9.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And how about that for just running out the clock? Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 35-yard line.
His way inside the 30 now to the 28. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Still's the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Smith, the one who brought
the tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Complete.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
But it brings
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 2nd and 7, Watson being chased out left. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble.
I'm here all day. 41's coming.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how.
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Bears add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bears 30, Texans nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Kyle Fuller there defensively.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down. Third and long.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. Third and long. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Houston. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Patterson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Down at the 31.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go to Johnson again. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero.
Makes the score.
Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Kick is good. Makes the score Bears 37, Texans 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Johnson, he's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. That's caught by Montgomery. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the count. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
After the interception, here's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Johnson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Watson to give. This is Johnson.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. One last throw here for Watson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Texans 7.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.